Ad Creative AI claims to boost conversion rate by up to 14x and claims that 95% of Ad Creative AI users improve their click-through rate in the first month of using this tool. These are insane claims, and if you have heard of Ad Creative AI, you are probably wondering, what is this tool, how does it work, and is this tool actually worth it for creating ads? I was very skeptical when I first came across Ad Creative AI, but I tried it out and the results genuinely shocked me. This tool is incredible. And here is why. These are the tools that we get access to with Ad Creative AI. We can generate Ad Creative's professional product photos, copywriting for these ads, and even professional ad videos. Now, these tools are fantastic and they are very helpful. But before I dive in and I show you each of these tools, I want to make a big disclaimer first. Ad Creative AI is not the cheapest tool on the market. It's actually relatively expensive. I will touch more on the pricing plans of Ad Creative AI later on in this video, but the first thing that you need to understand is that instead of using Ad Creative AI, you can use a combination of these AI tools that I put together in this super professional list. And the combined pricing of all of these tools is going to be a lot cheaper than getting access to Ad Creative AI. We can create AI product images using Pebbly. We can use Jasper AI for copywriting. We can use Canva Pro to put together our ad creatives. However, all of these tools are extremely time consuming. For example, Jasper has a pretty steep learning curve and your employees would have to learn how to use this. Like with Jasper, you really have to train the algorithm. I asked for Jasper to create me some Facebook ad copy and it gave me this with hashtags. Canva Pro is fantastic, but it is an absolute headache to get all of the individual elements and type out all of the individual text that we need every single time that you want to make a creative. Not to mention that you and your team would have to go through and use all of these tools one by one. To create a Facebook ad, for example, you would have to go into Canva and create the ad creative. Then you would have to go to Jasper and get it to write the copy. Maybe you even need some professional product photos for Canva to be able to create the creative. All of this to say that Ad Creative AI is not a very good option if your marketing budget is more important than the efficiency of your team. This tool is mainly aimed at companies whose main bottleneck is not being able to test enough because you struggle creating enough ad creatives. If you fall into this category, then genuinely this is the best tool that you will ever find. If you do want to try this out for yourself, I will leave my affiliates link in the description of this video, and using that link will give you access to 10 free credits. But essentially the way that this works is as soon as we load in, we can create our brand. And I will show you this in a second, but we can create multiple different brands for if you yourself have multiple brands, or more likely if you have an agency, you're working with a lot of different clients. You can create a different brand for each client that you work with. In this example, the brand that I am creating is for blue light blockers, and this is going to be aimed at people who want to optimize health. So we essentially just fill this in, we can add a brand logo, add the brand colors, and then we create the brand. But just to go back, you can see I have one brand created right here. Then I can go through and create another brand, add the logo, add a quick description about this. And then within this brand, this is where we can get access to all of the tools inside of Ad Creative AI. So we could create all of these things individually, or we can create a full ad package, which will generate ad creatives, it will generate copy for those ads, and it will also give us AI-based target audiences that we can target, and they basically filter this with AI and show you the best target audiences to select. So let's go through and do this. Now, if you have a landing page or a website, you just enter it into here and it's going to streamline this process even more. But in my example, I'm just going to fill out some of this information. We just fill this in with a service name, target audience, call to action, a service description. We select what the goal of this campaign is. We select the tone that they use and the language, and then we can go continue. We then just select the ad strategy, so very easy right here. Let's just say direct conversion focused. We go next. We can then choose the platform we are creating this for. So I'm just going to say Facebook and Instagram. Then we go next. We can then choose the image that we would like to use. So I'm just going to go with this image right here. This is like super off the fly, just an image that I found on Pexels. So I'm just going to use this in this example. But what you could do is you just take a product image on your desk, and then we can turn that into a professional product image with the AI tool. I'll show you this later on. And then we have the creative text. So you can either go through and you can do this yourself, or we can click on this brain icon and we get AI to do this. So we can just say either suggest variation, and then it's going to rewrite this. So we can see all of these. Let's just choose this. We can also go in and change the sentiment and how this is going to sound. So we could maybe try humorous, and it's going to drop that in right there. Sleep like a log's not the best. Let's retry this. And perfect. This is fantastic. So we can just go down and choose the rest of these. We can choose a call to action icon and then just give this a project name. So I'm going to call this blue light blockers. And then we click on generate. That is it. It's now going to go through and generate me, I don't know, 10, 20 different ad pieces that I could potentially use and test out for my ads. So the AI is finished generating, and these are the creatives that I get. Now, considering this is just with a random product image that I found on Pexels, imagine what we could do with a professional product image. They are also going to give us a conversion score, so how likely Ad Creative AI thinks this ad is to do well. And then all we have to do to actually get this image is go download. And just like that, I now have this downloaded without the watermark. It's just going to take a credit from me. So I could go down, I could grab as many of these as I like, as long as I have the credits. And really you can see just how effective and quick Ad Creative AI is. If I was going to try and recreate this in Canva, and remember, like, all of the creative work in here has been done. But if I wanted to recreate this in Canva, I guess I could. It would just take a long time. So we could maybe go for like a circle at the bottom right here. We bring this down, or we would need to go for a frame actually. Then I can grab my image and drop it in right here. And this is just to show you that this is possible to do on tools like Canva. It's just going to take a lot longer. Then we have maybe, I'm not going to drag this out too long, but I'm just going to show you how this process would look. We could maybe grab like a slightly bigger circle right here and move this behind. Make sure this is in the center, just like that. And then we can make this more gray. Still not perfect, but you get the idea. Like, this is how we could create this on Canva if we really wanted to. Then we just add another shape, add the logo, and add the text in right here. But this is only possible to do so quickly on Canva because Ad Creative AI did all of the creative work, and I can just copy it because of that. But going back over, we then have text right here, and we can see this is all of the copy. We have different types of copy that we can try and test out. And the best thing about this is this doesn't actually take credit. So I could just copy and paste this. And then if I just show you, like, this is copy and pasted, but it doesn't use a credit. And then the same for the audiences right here. The AI is going to tell us what to target. It's also going to give us an estimated conversion score out of 100, which one it thinks will do the best. And once again, we can just go in and copy these interests and run ads to them, test them, see which one is the best. Aside from that, we can also create product photo ads. I don't want this video to go on forever, so I'm just going to go really quick through this. But I could add in, as an example, like a product image right here. It's going to scan this and remove the background. And then down here, we can choose the background that this is on. Now they have some basic ones that we can just choose. So I could choose like interior, and it's going to put it on this background. But what I really like about this is you can choose what you want to add here. So we can go to custom style and create, and we can literally type in the prompt that we want to go for. So I could type in a cozy library with my product on a table, and we can go in here and create up to 6 styles, or even select these pre-selected ones. So let's just choose this one as well. And then we can click on generate. And just like that, it's now going to add our product onto that background that we just selected. So just like that, these are now already created. And then viewing these, I probably didn't choose the right product image to begin with, to be honest. And usually I would cut the video and go back and choose like a different product, like a bottle that would look better. But I want to keep this as honest as possible and show you that we can make mistakes. So for the glasses, I would probably choose the glasses to be at a different angle because this just kind of looks weird for an ad. But if you imagine that this is like a bottle, or as I said, the glasses are on a different rotation, you can see just how good this is. I mean, sometimes you are going to get things like this, but when we are going through these images, this isn't going to use any credits until we go ahead and download one of these. But I will just download one of these in this example so we can download it right here. And then the final thing that I will show you is going to be the video apps, because this is the only platform that I have found that does this, or at least does this well. And this is a relatively new feature. So we can just go through and choose the type that we want to create. We can then go through and add in the image. So I'm actually going to add the image that I just downloaded, which is this one. We can add this in right here and continue. Then we can go down, and once again, if we want to use AI to change this text, then we absolutely can do that. The same with the call to action button. Then we can see they are all generated right here. So if I just go down and click play on one of these, you can see that that video is going to be in right there, and we can just go through and download this. Finally, the pricing of Ad Creative AI is really going to depend on how many credits you want to use per month and how many brands you need to create for. With this startup plan, this can go from $15 per month for one brand and 10 credits to $85 for 100 credits per month and 2 brands. And then from here, you just basically pick and choose through the correct pricing plan for you to match your needs and the amount of brands that you have. So that is what Ad Creative AI is. And for the question, is Ad Creative AI actually worth it? It really depends on your needs and if the added efficiency is going to speed your workflow up enough to warrant the investment into this software. So if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.